All right, let's go.
So what do you guys think the leads are going to be?
Um, well, so first of all, let's just set the stage here. We've got Connor on the side of Team Helios, and we've got firelotuss on the side of Team Dancer. We were talking about this kind of right before we started. This is a very, very important game this week. It pretty much sets up Helios to win if Connor takes it. If firelotuss takes it and Alex takes his game as well, then Dancer has their first week of the season. So it's a pretty pivotal match, I would say. I don't know. James? What are you thinking? We're looking at leads.
Oh God. Just looking at here, who didn't come, I guess is the question on PT. I don't see Ampharos. I don't see. He brought Slowking. Didn't bring Landorus. Oh, he did bring Landorus. I'm just blind. Of course, Elamis, Prankstermon, probably going to come out, going to probably help set up. Speed, probably going to bring a heavy hitter along with it, so I'd say Diancie or Urshifu, along with Elamis for a good lead over here. I can probably see for firelotuss bringing Kangaskhan for fake out pressure. But I don't know what else he would bring.
One of the best things that Mon does, he really tends to like a Suicune lead. He loves setting up Reflect. He loves setting up Tailwind, and that Mon is just so bulky and the great defensive mono water typing. Just can sticks around for a really long time.
And it does really good against PT's team.
Yeah, really strong into both Landorus and Diancie. So I could definitely see a lead in that regard too. I'd say we can go ahead and let him go.
Yeah.
All right, let's rock and roll.
I want to see Fluttermane do something this week. That Mon is crazy.
There's the Suicune, and there's the Blaziken. Now,
and there's the element. Air Balloon's interesting. I guess we're going to see an Earthquake right off the bat, if I had to suspect anything. Probably Protect from Blaziken.
Yeah, a Blaziken Protect is probably pretty likely, but I don't really know if it nets him anything because, Illumise completely ignores speed tiers. Just goes in favor of priority order with that Tailwind, and a +1 Blaziken is not... Oh, we've got a Helping Hand. There is the Protect. We have an Earthquake. Does a crap ton. Okay, so there's a Tailwind, but unfortunately... I just don't think that's going to be able to save this Blaziken.
That Illumise can just cancel out that Tailwind with a Tailwind of its own.
Yeah, and then that Suicune took a lot of damage.
Well, I guess a Blaziken at +1 under Tailwind does outspeed Landorus, so we could be looking at an interesting situation here, actually. We definitely need to make sure we click that Tailwind on Illumise, but... +3 Blaziken outspeeds a +2 Landorus. So it's going to be an interesting turn. I could definitely see Blaziken smashing into Landorus for some solid damage. Or if he decides he wants to take out Illumise, just one Flare Blitz away.
Yeah.
Does Blaziken have the power to take out Landorus, though?
I don't know. Does it get any moves that would be effective against it?
We could see it Terra to get, a water or an ice move in.
Terra water would be really good to see.
I don't know. A flying... Or a Flare Blitz, I feel like Landorus just isn't super bulky, in my opinion. Nice Tailwind. Oh, we do have a sash. Really great. That was a great sash. Oh! Absolutely nasty double kill there.
Fluttermane's faster right there.
Yeah, Fluttermane is certainly faster here, so that's definitely going to be tough.
And it has spread in the form of Dazzling Gleam, right?
Yes.
So... Photosynthesis speed is really interesting. We've seen him run Helping Hand. Yeah, that sucks. Goes right down. And we do have an Iron Defense coming out. So
Reggie Seal loves to freaking Iron Defense. I don't think I've ever seen Fire Lotus not click Iron Defense.
depends on what Connor has in the back here. Diancie definitely lives, or Shifu definitely does not. And we know that this thing is not running Sash. Because it was on Landorus. So this could be really, really tough for him.
It would have been a better turn to hold that in the back and wait for the Tailwind to run out.
Yeah, I think I have to agree there. But we'll see what happens. Maybe he's got to protect on deck. Yeah, Reggie's still getting really bulky. He's a little scary, too.
It gets body press, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what he's been running this whole season.
Urshifu would ignore that defense boost.
Oh, another helping hand. Oh, a protect is really interesting. Oof. That's a really interesting protect.
Maybe he was anticipating like a sucker punch.
Now, here's the real question. Do we think that Prodon outspeeds Fluttermane? I actually don't think so.
There's no way. I mean, if he's
fully
speed invested, I could see it maybe, but with the photosynthesis speed, there ain't no way it's coming close. Maybe if he scarfs it with the tail.
It is actually 418 to level 50. Let me change to level 50 because that does change the number calcs. It is... He technically could outspeed in Tailwind. If he's running max speed into this Crawdon, he could technically outspeed
even
this
with the Flutter speed boost on the Fluttermane?
Even with... Oh, hold on. Let me... I did not click that. Oh, no, it doesn't outspeed if it's the...
another helping hand. Ooh, really nice Aqua Jet. We see a body press that takes out... Okay, so once again, it comes down to Karen versus the world. I don't quite know if she's going to be able to clutch it out here, though.
Karen versus the manager.
4% and a rest coming in. I think this might be outside of her jurisdiction. She's certainly struggling here.
If he would have been modest and didn't have for the photosynthesis to go into speed, then Crawdon would have outsped. Just barely if he was adamant.
But with that Aqua Jet, he didn't need to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really nice helping hand, Aqua Jet. Definitely sucks that Reggie still cleaned up there. The body press into both Urshifu and Crawdon just taking him out in one. He doesn't even need to set up all three, you know?
I thought Urshifu was a little more bulky than that.
It was at -1 because of the close combat.
Oh, that makes more sense.
All right. So what sort of adaptations do you think we're looking at here?
Probably going to reconsider the Blaziken, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it did break the sash on the Landorus.
I mean, he could go for it again and see if he can get the burn off of Flare Blitz. But he's going to lose the Blaziken and the Suicune in the process, probably.
He'd have to double into that Landorus slot in order to take it out.
I feel like Connor
Tailwind up.
Still has to bring the Illumise to make sure that he can set up the... Wow, it's the same leads.
We have the exact same leads. Looks like we're going to be playing a similar game this time, but he might be trying to look to take out maybe a Scald onto the Landorus. Could be really solid here.
So turn 1 last time, we protected with the Blaziken. I wonder if he does that again.
I do believe Landorus is faster at base, which is really nice, but so he would definitely have to. But if Suicune... Well, I don't know. Oh, a protect is really interesting. A double protect here. We're just going to match no ones? All right, well...
Nothing has
Nothing
changed. We're in
happened.
the exact same position we were last turn. Blaziken is fast now.
Except last time we were able to get damage on that Suicune, and that Suicune's super healthy now.
Mm-hmm. So he could set up a Reflect, which would be really crazy. But Blaziken goes down no matter what, because... Or he swaps in something and it goes down. You know, Fluttermane goes down to an Earthquake. Registeel definitely goes down to an Earthquake. It's an interesting position. I did not expect them to roll the same thing again, but all right, we have another Terra Ground. Ooh, looking for a flinch here potentially. That could be crazy.
Also, it pops that air balloon.
All right, do we see a Scald? Oh, a Reflect.
No, we see
Interesting.
Reflect.
Yeah, popping that air balloon, he killed his own bug. Lost his own support.
Does that count as a kill for Landorus?
Unfortunately, the way we calculated it does not, as much as I would like it to. But I guess I don't know. I think we would see a lot more explosions if killing your own Pokemon counted.
I don't know if Fluttermane kills Landorus with a Dazzling Gleam here. Urshifu certainly goes down. But I do think that Landorus is going to at least get off an Earthquake. Might kill Suicune. I think it certainly will kill Fluttermane. Ooh, a Protect.
Double Protect.
Double
That's
Protect.
interesting.
Just see what he's going for, I suppose.
I mean, if he was trying to stall out the Tailwind, he's stalling out his own Tailwind, so he makes no progress there.
Yeah, no, I feel like the Protect on the Urshifu was fine, and then probably should have went for that Earthquake.
Yeah, he puts himself in a bit of a tough situation here. Urshifu is certainly going down to a Dazzling Gleam here, which is going to hurt for sure. And then we could see... I do think an Earthquake is coming out. Definitely. Although he did last time on that Fluttermane click Protect in this last... Oh, another Protect here. Interesting.
Oh, goes right through the Protect.
And the Landorus lives. We do get a burn, but it's here to kill the Suicune now. And a close combat or a Wicked Blow into this Registeel is really going to hurt. So...
he has one Mon back in the back.
I am curious to see if he clicks Protect on Urshifu and then an Earthquake, because that takes out Suicune and keeps Shifu alive to deal damage to Registeel. Ooh, a Protect is really nice on Suicune.
Didn't hit Protect. That is...
Oh, but the Protect does not save you from Urshifu.
You got that Crawdon in the back.
All right, do we think we have a win here? He's going to have to click... Probably Wicked Blow is his... Wicked Blow is definitely his best move here, and a knockoff potentially, so he can't rest.
Yeah, I think we see game 3.
Just depends on these plays in this last round, right? Whatever he clicks, sometimes it's easy to feel like the close combat could do more damage because it's super effective, but taking into account the fact that Wicked Blow ignores Reflect and also the +2 defense, that's definitely the best option here. But we'll just have to see what he clicks.
Did through the +2
close
defense.
combat was the move there.
Oh, crit! The
crit on Crabs. Gotta throw it in the chat. Crit absolutely mattered there.
Yeah. So we go to game 3.
Wow.
Because if he took out Urshifu, he might have just been able to rest. I don't know.
It would have been, I don't know, without that crit, I feel like that Registeel could have clutched it.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah, 'cause
taken
we-
out the Urshifu, rested back up, and then it would be a game between the Crawdaunt and the Registeel.
And I don't know if at +2, Crawdaunt's able to take him out with liquidations before he wakes up and smashes him with a body press.
All right,
All right.
game 3, boys. Do we see any
See how this
changes in the
goes.
leads this time?
You know what? Honestly, at this point, I think they're going to lead the exact same.
We could
working
definitely
for
see-
both of them now, so
Yeah, we've seen it swing both ways. I am wondering if Fire Lotus has picked up on the Urshifu ability. He definitely protected 2 times, which lost in that game for sure. Looks to be the exact same leads. One more time. That's so funny. So, I mean, all right. We have got an immediate helping hand. We have another protect. All right.
It
game
is.
Here
1
we
all
go.
over again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the 3rd time. I'm seeing triple. I assume we just get another tailwind here from Illumais and an earthquake, which, as we've a double to stall out the tailwind. That's really nice.
Oh, and he's going to stagger it. Nice. So now
it does-
he goes ahead.
It does let him get up a reflect, which is a little tough, but I still think that Terra Ground takes out both of these dudes.
Yeah, we saw last time where
It's just a hope for no flinches here. All right, no
nope,
flinches.
not on the one that mattered.
Oh, Suicune lives to tell the tale.
Suicune lives.
We get a burn? We do.
Got a burn.
That is very big.
Oh,
Ooh. Interesting. We see a Slow King this time. Interesting. Now, I do think that a Protect on Landorus is probably a good play here. Because he lives.
yeah.
He lives the burn damage, and then he's probably faster under Tailwind and can take something out. Although, looking Earthquake right next to your own Slow King is tough.
Yeah. But I see that Protect. I think Protect's a good idea. And then you can go ahead and go for Protect. I don't see a double Protect. I don't think double Protect does anything for you.
I think taking out Suicune here could be potentially really nice.
Does Fluttermane one-shot the Slowking Galar?
Shadow Ball
A Shadow Ball
potentially. But a spread move, absolutely not. Slowking is very, very bulky and resists Dazzling Gleam.
might. And sadly, there's no spread ghost move, so
Any sort of hit onto Suicune takes it out here. And then I do believe once his Tailwind is up, if he can, yeah, that's a nice protect there.
Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, it does 12%. Really nice protect. Nope, that doesn't work. Unfortunately,
we even saw that earlier today.
hey, Helios, you know what? We can make those mistakes and we can still clutch these games. Okay. You know what? I think a protect on Slowking here, if he's got it, to an Earthquake is a really solid play. It's not going to do a ton of damage through the burn.
But it's enough to take out that Suicune. And then he
yeah,
goes ahead and he
Suicune's-
gets a new Mon out on the field that can definitely deal with the Fluttermane.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he's not running Protect on Slowking.
Or, I'm sure he's got. We've only really seen Earthquake and Protect, but he's got 2 other move slots as well, and either one of them will do good damage. Oh, but he clicks the Earthquake anyway. Does take out the Suicune, brings him down. Oh! Interesting play.
I'm surprised that he wants the Landorus still out there. I would have let the Landorus go down to the burn.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it can do much here. And it does depend on what he's got in the back, too, right? He is about to stall this Reflect, and both of the other Mon that he usually brings in the back are physical. So if he can get a Trick Room up, Fluttermane is no problem. It just becomes a beatdown for Registeel. And if it's... we also haven't seen a Terra yet from firelotuss. Oh, he just keeps clicking that Earthquake. Poor Slowqueen is taking the brunt of that. Oof.
That is not a great position to be in.
It's really not. Now, So, I think he has to hope that Fluttermane doesn't kill if he tries to click Dazzling Gleam and goes for a Trick Room here. I think that sets him up decently because Fluttermane cannot protect. But Registeel, if it clicks Body Press, I feel like it's over.
On that Fluttermane, and he clicks that, and then Dazzling Gleam, that's the game right there.
Yeah, that's the game for sure. I know, it's going to be a tough couple of turns here.
Does Urshifu have priority Sucker Punch?
It does get Sucker Punch, I believe. But if he goes
we haven't seen
Fairy, then the Sucker Punch probably won't kill.
Oh, well, it doesn't have Sucker Punch. We've seen Thunder Punch, we've seen Close Combat, and we've seen that is the game, I believe.
Yeah.
That looks to be it. That is the end of that. Good games to both guys.
Yeah. Man, that was rough. The heal pulse into the Protect, and then just that. I think keeping the Landorus around when he still had 1 turn of Trick Room left.
Mm-hmm. Or of Tailwind.
I mean, of Tailwind. He would have been able to outspeed. But let's get these guys in here.
We've seen that firelotuss needs to come in first. I assume he's probably got a work event or something coming up. Bring him in. Is he hopping in?
Come on in, the water's great.
We're all waiting.
I don't know how to send an invite.
Here he is.
There's one.
I'm here. Hello.
Hey, how you feeling, man? Nice win.
Thank you. First win in a long time. Felt nice.
I was saying before the match even started that I wanted to see Fluttermane do something, and I'm really happy to finally see it.
That's what I'm saying.
The end of the game.
Yeah, that Dazzling Gleam at the very end hurts super hard into both of those Dark type mon that he's got. I am curious. I have to ask. You were really trusting in that lead. You led that 3 times. I mean, both of you guys did. But what was the thought process behind the Protect and the Tailwind all 3 times?
I felt like it didn't matter what he was going to do. I was playing the same thing. You just keep it simple, so I didn't mess it up. That's it.
Well, I think it did eventually work out for you, obviously. So take us through, what were you most scared of on his team when you were looking at prepping for this?
Honestly, I'm terrible at Pokemon. I'm new to this whole thing, so my prep doesn't go very far most times. But the Urshifu, is that how you say it? Urshifu?
Yeah.
That thing terrified me, mostly because I'm just terrified of Sucker Punch. I thought it was coming the whole time, and then I got punched through Reflect, and that just made me sad. Or through Protect.
Yeah, the ability is bonkers, right? And
yeah,
it's so easy to forget about too. Came back to bite you a little bit game 2, but you pulled it out in that 3rd game.
Yeah, but now I know for next time. That which is half of every match I play is me learning something I didn't know about Pokemon.
And figuring it out. Yeah. Well, and it takes you through, man. It takes you to a really nice win. And we were talking, this is a pretty pivotal match for you guys because Dancers really had a great week. And I think that with that win, you may have helped clutch it for your guys this week. So big congrats.
Team's popping off. You love to see it.
Yeah. James, Ben, do you guys have any questions?
Any interesting sets? We didn't get to see Kangaskhan or Celebi, so what were the thoughts behind bringing them? And then was there any interesting sets that we didn't really get to see much of, or moves?
I thought Kangaskhan I would like having in the bag for being a little cheeky, but I just didn't feel he was needed here, specifically because there's no real ghost struggles on his team that I had to deal with. And Celebi, I still haven't figured out the use for that one yet. He's still sitting on the bench. We'll figure it out.
It has been known in the past to be a bench warmer, unfortunately.
I have heard that, and I would hate to break the tradition. So on the bench, it will sit until I figure something out.
Well, you didn't even need her. She supported her team, and you did a great job, man. So big congrats. I think if nobody else has any questions, we'll let you go. I know you're over there on the West Coast going to work.
It is true. I just don't work today, but I am going to go play D&D. So,
Right.
All right.
Thank you, though. Have a good night.
You too. All right, Connor, unmute yourself, man. We got questions.
All right.
How you feeling?
Group Protect. We saw it earlier today too. I was so sad.
Listen, it's okay. We all be forgetting. It's pretty easy to forget, honestly.
I do fake out in Psychic Terrain all the time, and I have like Tapu Lele, so.
I think a reason that Heal Pulse doesn't go through Protect is because it's not a move that you can only target your allies with. Like, you can also heal your enemies.
So here was the thing about that. I clicked Heal Pulse and I was about to hit Protect, and then I was like, wait a minute. And I double checked and I Googled it. I go, oh, okay, it doesn't. So I'll just choose a different one. So I hit Protect, forgetting that I already hit Heal Pulse. And so I kind of screwed myself and locked myself in there.
Lost the plot a little bit.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us, man. So take us through. We did some prep right before this too, and talked a lot about your strat with the Landorus earthquake situation.
Yeah.
It definitely worked out for you. Game one, it worked out really, really well. I think there were just a couple of misplays kind of in the end that led to you losing that one. But the earthquake to take out both Suicune and Blaziken in one fell swoop was really nice. And getting to leave Illumise alive because her sash hadn't been broken.
Oh,
Yeah.
Air Bubble.
Her bubble.
Air Balloon.
Oh, sorry. What did I say? Sash. Yeah,
You
balloon.
said Sash.
Yeah, that
So-
was
No. Say what you're going to say.
the thing I was most worried about is because I saw it really working in practice, and I was like, because it works very well in practice, it's not going to work this well in the game, because then I'm predictable. And so I was over-analyzing it, and I was so afraid, but he's lost a few games to the Earthquake combo before. And so, I'm happy that he's found a way around it. I just don't like that it's with me.
I think game 3 probably something that definitely hurt in the long run, because I think you played a little bit defensively game 3 with the protect on Landorus, and game 2 I think, which you did pull out, but game 3 letting him get up the reflect on top of the tailwind, and not getting to take out both Blaziken and him kind of together just because the reflect was up. I think that definitely hurts you. And I think another thing too was click an earthquake when your poor Slowking was taking hit after hit.
Yeah, that that was just something I threw in at the last minute, hoping that might help with that situation.
Hmm. I think that.
Oh, what were the other moves on Landorus?
It didn't matter, but it was rock slide. I think heavy slam. I think those were the other two that I had on Landorus.
Mm.
And other quick question: did you have protect on Slowking?
I did not.
Ah, that's why.
Okay. Yeah. We were talking, and we were definitely expecting. Once the second heal pulse, I think after poor Landorus had bit the dust and the heal pulse failed, we were expecting a trick room right there to set up for Urshifu so that he could take on Fluttermane. Did that thought cross your mind?
No, it didn't. Because he also had Registeel at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew Registeel would go first. And based off of what he's run before, he does have a fighting move, and that would still take care of Urshifu pretty quick. And so, I mean, I'd like to say I thought through all that, but I just thought Urshifu's fast. Trick Room's not going to work here.
Mm-hmm. But it probably would have been a damned if you did and damned if you didn't situation. But
Yeah.
I think overall the thought process was really good. Fluttermane with the speed, that's really tough, right? He's run at special attack before, and the speed surprise this time I feel like definitely hurt a little bit.
Yeah. It was the speed, it was the reflect, and it was the burn that just like crumbled game 3 down for me.
Oh yeah, poor Landorus was just getting hit after hit with
Yeah.
yeah.
Deep
I was surprised that you healed it back up, to be honest, being burned.
Yeah, there's not too much that Slowking could really do there. The only thing it could really super affect and kind of knock out would be Blaziken, but Blaziken was already gone at that point. And so the only thing I could really use it for was utility, it felt like.
Mm.
And so that's kind of where the heal pulse was coming in.
Really clutch game 2 though too. Crawdon coming through with the crit to end all crits on the on the Registeel.
Yeah, I was not expecting that one.
Really nice matches, honestly, from both of you guys. I think that it was really solid. The thought was there. I think that it just, the execution fell apart a little bit in game 3 with the burn and the poor Slowking not being able to do too much.
Yeah.
But keep your head high, man. I think that we, showed off that, both of you guys played really well, and I think that you showed off some good tech. I like the thought to bring the Earthquake this time. I think it's a good idea to show that Landorus isn't so one note and that it can only use special attacking moves, right? Even though that's what it's known for.
Right.
Any closing thoughts from anybody?
Man, good game. Had me on the edge of the seat there for a little bit.
Yeah, they were nail biters for sure.
We didn't know.
All right, Ben, that's probably it.